Hey guys, kind of show you what I got going on here. You can see I got the SCX10 on deck. We're going to look at installing the 3Racing Winch. This up to now has been my personal channel, but I'm trying to get more into making YouTube videos, and this will be kind of just the projects I'm working on for the moment. So it'll be RC, 3D printing, CNC machining, some gun stuff, and we'll go from there. May end up moving it to a separate channel, but for now it's on the Greg Rob 20 channel. So we're going to focus on the SCX10. If you are new to RC, this is an awesome rig. If you're not new to RC, I'm sure you've heard of Axial and the SCX10 platform. It's very big in the scale and crawling world. So this is the ready to run kit. You can see I've taken it out and gotten it all scratched up. But what's cool is what I've read, from what I've read online, this is ready to go for a winch. So the bumper's got the holes and everything. So what we're going to do today is, you're seeing it for the first time just like me. I just got this off Amazon. This is the 3Racing. You can get them on RPP Hobby, I think, for about 20 or about 17, 18 bucks. Don't quote me on that, but let me get this in the shop. I got this off Amazon Prime for 25. We're just gonna get started and see what we need. Get it bolted on. Okay, it's a better shot of the instructions. Looks like there's two ways you can lay it out: connection with two batteries or connections with Y cable, Y-shaped cable not included. So it's supposed to have everything. Here's the package it comes in. This just comes off the back. Comes with this bag of wires and the winch. You can see, obviously, I kind of tried to go for the worn look here. It's got that's almost the worn logo. It just doesn't have the W cut out. It's a cool little winch. It's got the fair lead. These actually roll. It's got this little clip. It opens like that. It has the rope on it, obviously, and this little connector. So it looks like it's 2S compatible. So regardless of how they have provisions for wiring it up, we could come up with our own system to go to 2S right there. But let's go ahead and get this open. I like this little soldering tool. It makes opening stuff really easy, usually. I should come out have a better tripod system and a better lighting system for you guys soon. I'll show you something I'm working on. Believe it or not, no one in my whole town has a freaking GoPro adapter for a tripod. So I was gonna 3D print one, and I still am. Okay, looks like it comes with a little ESC for the winch. So you're gonna put the winch there, your receiver channel, or we could even do a manual switch here, and then this looks like it goes to your battery. So we'll probably get rid of that plug and just tap it in to the power from the main battery on the truck for the moment. I don't really want to run it on a separate battery, and I got a 5,000 milliamp battery. I'm actually charging it right now, but this is a Venom battery I got from the local hobby shop. 5,000 milliamp hours, 20C discharge. It's been a good battery so far. I've gotten probably almost an hour total runtime on this, and I was still at 7.7-ish volts on this. So it wasn't completely down. It comes with the adapter to go to a Dean's. So what I did, we'll go ahead and pop the shell out this. I'm gonna plug this back in the charger. Okay, pop the shell off this. Show you. That's the axial body. Comes with a functional spare tire. The retainer works. Simulated fuel cell, simulated diamond plate bed, and this whole rear cage structure is part of the body, as you guys probably know. There's someone who makes a kit to put the bed rails on the side here, so you can. It's got the two side pieces in the back. You can paint it to match, and looks really cool. We may do that in the future. As you can see, I went to a Dean's connector on this. It is very dirty. I took it out, beat on it. Anyway, let's look at installing the winch. Now, if you can see, this bumper actually connects right in here. It looks like it's got 2 Allen screws. Maybe. Is that what that is? Yeah. So, I don't know if I have bits that go that small. Look in our little kit here. Okay. A pretty small one in this driver. Maybe that's... Oh, that's it. Okay, so it's that bit right there. Which is a... I don't even know if these are marked. Oh yeah, 16th. So 1/16 hex key. Take this out. Get this in the shot better for you. We'll take our little magnetic Harbor Freight tray here and stick it right there. These trays are cheap and awesome. If you RC guys don't use them, I would recommend giving it a try, because you can kind of group things and makes it a lot easier to not lose what you're working on. Okay, so that's got that line. You can see these bolts are kind of they're basically a pin with threads on the end, a retaining pin. Then this should, now we got lights, you gotta be careful with that, but should slide out like that. See that? Just drops off there. That is an actual aluminum plate. So what we'll do is just make a template, or a kind of a drawing on there of the winch. Now we can actually access the lights as well. That's going to be the next size up. So that disconnects the lights, and we got the front bumper free and clear here. Okay. Let's take our screws. This is another good thing about these trays, is you can just pour it out and it sticks. Little nuts there look like little nylon locking nuts actually. And we can let's tilt you back up. What we can do, since these holes in the middle do line up, if we just drill them out and then come from underneath with the screws, as long as they fit these threads. Yeah, the longer screws do fit in there. They may be too long, but what I'm thinking is we'll drill them out of the bumper. So we'll drill these out, set this on here like this, set the winch on, and the winch will be our nut, and the bolt will just go through the bottom. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm back. Can't find drill bits. So I'm going to do an alternative method, which will work. I told you these things were handy, and they are. They're extremely handy. So what we're going to do, tilt you guys down a little bit, is heat this up and punch it through. Rude, crude, and socially unacceptable, but that is the nature of how I do things sometimes. I need a little crack torch to do this with, but the lighter will work. Line that up. It's hard to do it on camera. Okay, got it started. Just gonna go this way. Open it up some. Like I said, if you choose to use this, don't stab yourself, because it can and will happen. I do it all the time. There we go. Now she's going. Now the threads are going into the winch. See, this is what I'm talking about. See how the screw's already bottomed out, but it still needs to tighten up in the winch? That's where it'll fight you. Or has the potential to, anyway. There, that's good and snug. Take the last screw. Just needle nose. Shove it in there. Okay guys, we are back with the Axial SCX10 3Racing Winch install, and you can see I kind of cheated, slid it into place there, but it's in the same spot we left it. We had it bolted through the bottom here. You can see it's a little dirty. I did take this out and run it, I have to confess, so what I'm showing you, I had to kind of pull it back apart to the point we were at. But what I'm doing today, actually, I do need to pull it back apart, because I, somewhere here, have the plate that comes with the Axial SCX10, and I took a grinder. Don't look at the back side, that looks kind of crappy, but I took a grinder and I cut this out for the winch to protrude through. I'm going to take this little spear looking file, and the only reason I'm doing this is, number one, to make it look uniform, number two, to get rid of any sharp edges. When you grind this aluminum, it's soft, so it kind of burrs and gets a sharp edge. I wanted to take a wire brush and brush this whole thing and get a brush look, because it's kind of scratched up. But it's gonna get bashed on the trail anyway. I bash. These things are, I know they're more scale crawling rigs that are not really bash rigs, but I bash them. So let's go ahead and take this plate, test fit it. This is the first time I fit it. It works. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing. Actually, the grind is offset to where the fair lead's a little closer here. So what I'll probably do eventually is mark that, make that grind a little prettier. I actually wish I had my CNC machine up and running, because this would be a perfect job for it, but I don't have that yet. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna build one, getting the parts right now, but this will work. This will work for now. So we take our small 1/16 hex key right here. And yeah, my grind isn't perfect side to side, but you know, on the truck, on the front of the truck, does it really matter? Can you tell? I don't know. Maybe a little bit. Looks pretty good to me. I think on the trail you're not gonna really know any difference whatsoever. Now we got a factory lights here, and you can see that I'm missing one of my light grills here. So we'll see if that's in our spare parts bag from Axial. When you buy one of these, you get this giant spare parts bag, and yep, look right there, we have some that are Axial branded, some that are PIAA branded. We have smaller ones here that are not branded at all, so we have options. So we'll set this aside, get the lights bolted back on. I've got the screws over here. Switch out to our Torx bit that we were actually cheating the system with, I think, because we're taking a hex key, we're using a Torx bit, and boom, it fits perfect. Oh, I told you, not scripted. I'm gonna keep saying that over and over and over. Not scripted. Because, guess what? You gotta put the lights on before you put this stupid plate on. Put the lights, go in here, kind of poke that through, hold it straight, because this will twist. Get it snug, and that's it. So I'll do a separate video. I got a little bit of running footage with the winch on here that I can show you guys, and then I can do like a before and after, because I can actually do with the new shock install, because you can see I have basically no damping here whatsoever. And I believe, as I mentioned earlier in the video, the upper bar for the suspension, the upper link rather, the 3-link in here, has been popping out of the axle. It's just a plastic press snap together fit. My thinking is that this shock being so loose, because the cap came loose on the bottom, all the oil came out, the shock has lost its integrity. It can overextend, and if you see that motion right there, let's get the camera a little better. If you see you overextend and then you get this rocking motion, that lets your axle twist. When your tire turns this way, your axle wants to twist the opposite way of the tire, right? So if you're extended or you're jumping and you land, bam, you put all kinds of bad loads on this axle, bad forces, angles and forces that it's not used to seeing. So what can happen is that lets the axle move around so much that this inner link, this inner suspension link right there, I know it's dark in there, but the one straight above the drive shaft right here can pop right out of the axle. So what we're gonna do, let's put this back up here. What we're gonna do is try the new shocks and see if that fixes it. That should fix it. So got our lights bolted on. Let's go ahead and put the aluminum plate back on the front. Switch out to our smaller 1/16 bit, 1/16 hex, tiny little bolts. Okay, so that's in. Now if you remember these pins that go in from the top, I'll get you zoomed in here. These take the 16th bit as well, and these are the pins that retain the bumper. They go through the top and they have the threads at the very top. So you just get the holes lined up, poke them down, and you can adjust how far in you want this bumper or out. It's got different holes, but that's kind of where it looks right to me with the winch. put the body on and everything. You can test fit it before you tighten it down. Get your body post lined up. See, the winch is right there at the edge of the grill. So that's where I'm going to run it. You could run it out a little further if you wanted to, but that's what looks good to me. Take this other pin, put it down through the top. And you can over tighten these. You can actually run it all the way through and it would basically screw in way too far. So just don't wait for it to get snug. Just look at it, and when you get it flush with the top of the frame, or top of that cross member, then stop right there, because that's all the further you need to go. It's just a retaining pin. It's not like a screw or a bolt that clamps something together. It's just a pin to keep it from sliding out. So there you go, guys. That's the Axial SCX10 3Racing Winch install. This truck is dirty. This truck gets used and abused, but now it has a winch. And get you set up here. You can see the front view. There's the clip. Bumper's back on nice and tight. That's kind of what it's going to look like on the trail, climbing some stuff. So get this thing cleaned up. Thinking about changing over to maybe a Silverado body style, Chevy Silverado. We'll see. I might just, I may just scale this one out. I may put some cool scale stuff on it and keep this as my trail rig, because like I said, this one gets used and abused. This is not a shelf queen, never will be. So I'm probably not going to go full into making it a scale rig, because I'd rather spend the time and the money on performance, having it crawl, having it trail, having it bash somewhat. It's, like I said, probably not the greatest bashing platform, but we're going to put some good shocks on it, and we're going to give it hell. We're going to see how it does. I don't have much of it on video, but I've jumped this thing, I've rolled it, I've done everything with it. Riding, making it do wheelies. It'll actually do wheelies if you got to go backwards and nail the gas, go forward, and it'll stand up if it doesn't spin. A lot of times it spins too. Anyway, that's enough rambling. That's the SCX10 3Racing Winch install. Let's get up close shot of it. And there's the whole rig. Trail Honcho. Great out of the box rig. Check it out. Pick one up. Start crawling with it. Start trailing with it. Start bashing with it. Start scaling it out. It'll be a lot of fun. So, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, Greg Rob 20. Catch you later.